Part of me is against abortion, but the other part is supporting it. First, I wanted to understand why you're against it.
Yeah. Well, to know what to talk about, what is your main contention? Like, what circumstances would you say abortion is okay?
Abortion, because when people change mind for having children, having child or children.
Okay. But do you believe? So I'm against abortion because I believe human life begins from fertilization.
Yes.
So it's both human and it's alive.
Correct.
It should have the same rights, and I believe in equal rights, and that every human should have a right to life, and no one can have an abortion even once a child is fertilized. Now, I'm okay with everyone choosing when they want to be a parent and all of that,
Yeah.
but by the time that they've conceived a child in the womb, being a parent is no longer a choice, but it becomes a fact. And so, not only does the child in the womb have a right to life, but we as parents, I'm not a parent yet, but would have a moral responsibility to nurture that child.
Definitely. Moral responsibility, but when that responsibility is not fulfilled, when you have an accident, when you haven't really planned anything, when you don't have enough knowledge of what's going to happen, when you don't have enough social resources and financial resources to offer to this child. I was born in China. Some of my friends' parents they were forced to have abortions when they have a second baby.
Yeah, that's horrible, if you ask me.
That's no longer the case.
Yeah.
But that is against humanity and.
So when you talked about like poverty, for example, like that child is going to be poor. Now, no parent wants to give their child a poor lifestyle. Every parent wants to spoil their child and give it the best.
Yeah.
The main contention is those are external factors that don't give life meaning, because I believe life has inherent value or is inherently meaningful.
That's right. Your point of view is that as parents, we shouldn't be deciding whether this baby should have an opportunity to come to the earth.
Yeah. And even you can apply the same to, like you said, you're from China. I don't think the state should have a say in when a human gets to live or not as well.
That's right. That's exactly right. I totally agree. But what about people that don't have, like, they already have kids and they haven't given them good educations, and when they are having more, people would think that with limited resources,
I mean, it's
limited education and limited,
What's
financial responsibility.
What's your solution? Collect all the Infinity Stones and go, no.
No.
You see where I'm coming from, though?
That does make good sense. That if abortion is murder, to some degree, but then what if giving someone a life that's horrible is also not as...
Well, like I said, life has inherent value, and not just that. We live in a free world. We live in like capitalism and all of that, in the sense that, like, I was raised by a single mother and all of that, and you could argue, I wasn't going to have a good life, but I have free will, I have free agency, and I've been able to make a life for myself.
Yeah, well, a lot of successful people are from single parent. Not that if you have mum and dad, you're going to have a good family. That's no longer what people fully believe in.
I mean, if you're talking about like why people are having so many children, and they probably shouldn't be having more children, I'll just say that's negligence on their behalf. But you wouldn't terminate the child's life for it.
I don't think it's the right thing to do. Yeah,
it's not fair on the child.
Yeah.
We're talking about an innocent party who was brought into this world against their will because they didn't exist at that point in time. And now you're asking that they've been given this gift of life, and now that should be taken from them because they had two parents who have too many children and were negligent. That's not fair.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think I could convince you. I think you convinced me more than I try to
No worries.
give you my point. But thank you for today.
No worries. Well, I'm
Yeah.
out here to, just empower people,
Yeah.
let them know the truth of what
Yeah.
it is, challenge what they
you
already
for doing that.
believe, because like so many people just take their ideas for granted. You know what I
That's
mean?
it. Yeah. The world has gone to a place where social media is encouraging a lot of the negativities, and a lot of negativities has taken the majority of the supports for some odd reasons. And
Anyways, it was a pleasure to meet you.
thank you.
Thank you for having
All
the
the best.
conversation.
See you, mate.
All right.